Hello everyone, so today I am going to be setting up Ophelia from Spirit Halloween. She stands 4'7". The demon behind her lights up with blue eyes and speaks 3 phrases. She cries in fear accordingly. The demon's head sways side to side, similar to Graveyard Ghoul. Here's just a side panel. Let's hear this. Ophelia never once made a sound. When she was born, the room was dead quiet, even as they cut the cord. When she grew, she never spoke a word, and then bad things started happening around the house. Her sister's toys went missing, lamps mysteriously were broken, and then the neighbor's cat went missing. It's not her fault, though, as she was born possessed by one of the Hell's minions who stole her voice and is till she's strong enough to lead her own armies of demons. So this one's going in my asylum, which I think is a very good idea for where she could go, because she doesn't really fit into a lot of places. But I think an asylum is a perfect place. So let's crack her open here. I can see Ophelia's dress. Assuming that's her modem. Her hands, those are weird looking hands. They're very pale. The dress and I assume the demon head. Oh, that demon head looks real cool. That is super dope, actually. Her shoulder frame and her sensor. She looks like she has a setup similar to Nightcrawler's, and I don't like that. Not honestly sure what that is. Her instructions. She doesn't have that many parts, though, really. Like, it does not seem like the hardest setup to me. Like, I've seen harder, I think. It looks like I'm going to have to go get a X-Acto knife for this, though, so. Yeah, then we have the poles and her base. So I'm gonna go get the X-Acto knife so I can get this out and we can get this rolling. So let's go. So essentially I have everything out of their boxes right now. Just have to pull these out. Her adapter and her power supply, I guess you would say. I have her base here. Lots of useless zip ties. Lots of boxes with this thing too. It's kind of annoying how many boxes there are. Okay, but yeah, I'm not really sure what the first thing I have to do is. So I'm just gonna look at this real quick. So, I mean, it should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so you have to fully extend both of these legs. One done. I seen online in Ophelia that somebody didn't extend the legs on, and it was like unreal short, and I had to laugh at it for a long time. And wow, what do you know? You have to screw something in on Ophelia. Why am I not surprised? It seems like props with little girls in them, you always have something you need to screw in. Like Little Daisy the Maestro, I know does it. I don't think Harbinger of Souls doesn't. Well, my point still stands. Okay, so I have to screw these in, and that's a little bit hard to do on camera. I'm assuming these screws are in the adapter box, however. Okay, they're actually not weird. Oh, wait, never mind. The screws are in with the zip tie. Oh, wow, that's a lot of screws. This could take a while. So, let's get these screws in so I can get going. Okay, so I have the leg screwed in here. It's really short. So the next thing you're supposed to do is screw this in. But I'm going to switch this around a little bit and actually screw this pole in here, because that is the next step, actually. So a lot of this is not going to be actually footage of me doing this, because there is so many screws that we need to put in here. So I'm going to screw this in, and I'll see you guys after that. Okay, so anyways, the next step here is just this, and putting this over this, if it'll go over. And then you gotta screw this in here. I have to actually find the hole though. So yeah, more screwing in. There's just a lot of screws in this. I think there's like 50 screws in that bag. So I'm gonna screw this in, and we'll be going on to the next step. Okay, so I have the mechanism for him screwed on there, and can you guess what the next step is? Screwing on the shoulder frame. Again, I can't get footage of this as I cannot hold a camera and screw something in. So, yeah, I'm gonna screw this in. Should go on right there. I don't think there's a specific way this goes on. Yeah, so I'm gonna screw this in. Let's go. Okay, so now I'm gonna screw this on. I just have to get this to actually line up real quickly though, because these poles are a little bit too close together to properly go on. I just have to... Okay, that's not what I want to do. I'm gonna get this on properly and screw them on, and I'll see you guys after that's done. Okay, so the next step here is to put the arms on. So I'm gonna start with the pointing arm just for the sake of doing it. You have to do that, then you have to zip tie it on, and then the same thing for the other arm. Although this one seems to be more difficult for some reason. There we go. So yeah, that is the next step. So I'm gonna zip tie these on and pose them around a bit. Let's go. Okay, so the next step here is just simply putting the shoulder frame on. Yeah, so I think that is the next step. So next step's a head, so let's get that head on there. Okay, so the next step here is to put this on and also screw this on. And again, it requires screws, so I cannot hold a camera and screw things in, although I can probably try, but it will be very, very difficult to do, as the screws like to fall out. They put the hole. It's very difficult to find spots. And with the screws here, you really have to put a lot of pressure on them. So yeah, let's do that. So real quickly, I am just going to put this on here and let it slide down. If it'll slide down, that is. So yeah, that's attached there, and I'm just gonna attach all the wires here to it. Okay, so now next up, I'm keeping her the small height for the moment being. You just gotta attach the demon's hood. Not that difficult. I think that does require some refiguring though, but I'll figure that out in a little bit. So yeah, I believe all that we have to do now is the dress and the adapter. And getting the dress on her is gonna be a difficult job, so I'm gonna do that off camera. So let's go. Okay, everyone, so I have Ophelia set up and all posed around properly. Well, as proper as I can. That arm's kind of annoying. She honestly looks really good. Her only problem is her just pushing herself down a lot. The demon body looks so cool. Like, honestly. She has a really annoying setup, though, so that's something to take note of. Her IR sensor is kind of in a bad place. It kind of falls out of place sometimes. But yeah, she's honestly really good. She's gonna look really good in my asylum. So let's get her plugged in and show you guys what she does.
Your wicked nightmare is just beginning. Your terror only makes me stronger. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I'll be right there with you. You can't escape. You can never, ever escape. You'll never escape. I will follow you to your dreams. You are powerless, and this nightmare will never end.
Okay, everyone. So that is Ophelia. I think she's amazing. Personally, I think that is an amazing prop. It's pretty cheap too, actually. She has very good volume. I actually have to turn it down a bit because it is super loud. But that's something I'll do on another time because I'm kind of pressed for time right now. Only thing I really don't like is how her arms are posed. It's weird. And also the fact that she can just, on a glance, she can just turn into a midget. Like, so that does get a bit annoying, but oh well. So yeah, I think Ophelia is amazing. I do recommend getting her if you have a use for her, because she is very specifically made for certain settings. I think she'll go great in my asylum. But yeah, that's all for Ophelia, really. Sorry there was not a lot of footage of me setting her up, as she had a ton of screws. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.